Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Hello, this is Julian Breeding of Bellingham Ford with some very exciting news. We have just expanded our service hours to cover all of your service needs. We are now open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. 6 days a week. That's right, Monday through Saturday for all of your service needs. No appointment necessary for oil change, brakes, or battery replacement. And remember, we have a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty on all of the work performed at Bellingham Ford. To make life easier, visit BellinghamFord.com and use our new online scheduler to book your appointment. We look forward to servicing you soon.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. We got our loud and local band of the week, Enumclaw. It's our loud and local band of the week, Enumclaw. You want to find out how to get their music? Just go to the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com.
Actually, you get their new music today. They just put it out. It's out as of right now. It's called Jimbo Demo, and I just love that they say it's the sound of a few friends channeling their love of Nirvana, 90s R&B, and Drake. Check them out, Enumclaw from Tacoma.
And if you're loving that local music, you are going to love Loud and Local. It's a 2-hour show every Sunday night here on The Rock. Oh, yeah, starts at 8 o'clock, and you'll hear great bands like Enumclaw. Snapping for Tatum. Yeah! Fun. Happy Friday, everyone. And you said snapping for Tatum?
Yeah, she saw a snap once, and now she likes to snap, but she doesn't know how to make the sound, so she's basically like doing the hey, Python kind of thing with her fingers.
You got to teach her to snap. That's adorable. Hey, I'm snapping, but I can't. Hey. I'm a baby.
Hey, what are you, a baby? Yeah, I am a baby.
You snap like an infant. I know, because I am.
I got some fingers, hey.
Wow, let's get to our contestant. We got Jason in Puyallup. Jason, are you there?
I am here.
Excellent. All right, Steve, snap your way out of here. Hey, get out of here. For those playing at home, Jason will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Jason, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Steve's going down.
Nice. Yeah. In the 1993 Tina Turner biopic, What's Love Got to Do with It? Lawrence Fishburne played which person?
Ike Turner.
Yes. Currently, the Raiders are a professional football team from what city?
Las Vegas.
Yes.
19.
What year of the 2010s did the app Snapchat come out?
2013.
No.
2012.
No.
2011.
Yes. How many children does Angelina Jolie have?
3.
No.
4.
No.
5.
No. In which country did fireworks originate?
China.
Yes. Who played the male lead in the 2002 movie The Hot Chick?
Pass.
In which decade of the 20th century did we first discover black holes?
The 1920s.
No.
30s.
No.
10s.
No. How many states share a border with Michigan?
3.
Yes. In 1917, the U.S. entered what war?
World War II.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correct.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah, right down the middle on that one.
What are you going to do, right?
Well, you got to hope that Steve gets distracted by snapping
Okay.
or tries to give all his answers in the form of a snap, which
All right.
probably isn't going to happen. So,
What's going to happen? He's going to be thinking too much about Tatum.
All right. Yeah, you know what?
Well, you can hope there.
Yeah.
Steve, are you ready? All right. Oh, you might actually answer in snaps here. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Like Morse code?
Yeah.
I'm so happy I'm not smart enough to know Morse code.
In the 1993 Tina Turner biopic, What's Love Got to Do with It? Lawrence Fishburne played which person?
I just snapped. I didn't even mean to. Oh, crap. Ike Turner.
Yes. Currently, the Raiders are a professional football team from what city?
Las Vegas.
Yes. What year of the 2010s did the app Snapchat come out?
Whoa.
I know.
What year of the 2010s?
Yeah.
2015?
No.
2014?
No.
2013?
No. How many children does Angelina Jolie have?
A lot.
Yeah.
8.
No.
6.
Yes. In which country did fireworks originate?
America.
No.
China.
Yes. Who played the male lead in the 2002 movie The Hot Chick?
Oh, Rob Schneider.
Yes.
Yeah.
In which decade of the 20th century did we first discover black holes?
Which decade?
Yeah.
The 90s.
No.
The 2000s.
No.
80s.
No.
Damn it.
How many states share a border with Michigan?
3.
Yes. In 1917, the U.S. entered what war?
The War of 1812.
No.
World War I?
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You win 7-5.
Oh, sorry, Jason. Nice try, though, buddy.
It happens.
Yeah,
It does.
It does happen, yeah. A couple of them, though, Jason, like, I probably should have had those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, nice.
Doing this one for Tina.
All right. Steve with them snappy answers today.
How weird is it that you had a question about Snapchat?
Yeah. Completely random.
It's like when we have like a song that's playing after a topic that we talked about that fits perfectly for whatever we were talking about. I'm
Yeah.
like,
What are you talking about? This is all planned. We're
yeah.
we're geniuses. We plan all this.
Yeah, these 4 hours are completely and utterly scripted.
Yes.
Everything
Yeah.
we say, including what I'm saying right now, is written on a board behind us.
I have a teleprompter. You use an old board.
Yeah. I stick to the classics. Jason did get what your Snapchat came out. It was earlier than you thought, 2011.
Oh.
Wow, it's been around that long.
It's been around for a while.
10 years?
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow, 10 years of being able to send body parts and have them disappear.
Wow. And then the decade of the 20th century that we first discovered black holes. Anyone want to fashion a guess on that one?
I would guess, because I get 3 guesses, but I would go 50s, 60s, 70s.
70s, correct. Good job there.
Yeah, because I really felt like there were black holes in Star Trek, but I get the original series, but I'm not sure. But if you say we saw them in the 70s, then they weren't talking about them in the.
Yeah, I don't remember them, and I just remember what the black hole was a Disney movie in the 70s.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Mm-hmm. And then there's Black Hole Sun.
Oh, yeah.
Black
That came
Hole
out in the
Sun.
90s? Yeah. A little bit later than that, but still, you won, so congratulations.
The Black Hole. That was the name of the movie. Yeah,
I remember that movie. It was not that great.
No.
Yeah.
It was like
there.
really bad effects, too. I
Yeah.
remember. Like,
When did that come out? What year?
1979.
Yeah, they were trying to do everybody wanted to be Star Wars. And then Disney finally bought Star Wars.
They had
were
some
like, all
funny
right.
characters, like their wannabe R2-D2s were pretty cute. I don't know if you remember
Oh,
these guys.
yeah.
They were pretty awesome. Like, those guys were pretty sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember those guys. They were, it's just the movie was like, yeah. It is time for Listeners on the Loose. This is where you get to pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. You can also text us at 77999. We got your calls. We got your texts at 918 on the Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on the Rock. 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by Spartan Plumbing. Listeners on the Loose, where you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. And do remember, when you are on this fine program, follow Steve's rules.
It's a simple rule, BJ, and that's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're going to have to gong you and then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Got a couple of text messages about it, so I definitely want to share it. It's very exciting news. The Seattle Kraken just put it up on their Twitter page. Today marks a huge moment in our club's history. We have finally completed the process of joining the National Hockey League. They finally put in their final payment. So everything is, I mean, it was already kind of official. Like, that would have been weird if they didn't pay the last amount, and, you know?
Yeah.
But it was like almost like NHL on layaway. They finally paid it off.
Hooray!
So
Yeah,
now we're
sometimes-
officially the 32nd hockey team in the NHL.
There's some. I worked in retail, and if they didn't make that final payment, they didn't get the layaway product. So I'm glad we got that done.
I know. Wouldn't that have been awful? Like, hey, did you send in a check for the last payment? No, I forgot. What's the late payment on this?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm afraid we can't let you in the NHL. Sorry, Kraken. So it's official. We are 100% official. It is happening.
I know. Now we can get our tattoos, Danny.
Oh, cool.
We were waiting until then.
Our buddy Gasman, Mike Gastineau,
Yes.
he was touring the Climate Change Arena.
I saw that with Graz.
Yeah, and they both were just in, and it was like, first of all, I'm like, wow, I feel like they should have more done, but I don't know anything about construction. But how cool was it for them to be able to go in there and check that joint out?
Starting to see the ice getting ready to be put down, all that kind of stuff. It's a very exciting time, man. It's pretty awesome. And I saw that, speaking of Gas, he does a podcast about the Sonics. And I don't know if you saw the post. I ended up resharing it. He was interviewing George Karl, former Sonics coach, and they're doing the interview inside the Dick's Queen Anne location. And I'm like, that has to be the greatest studio setup because no one can eat in. So it's Sonics Forever, the podcast, where they talk about Sonics and things along those lines.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah.
Man, right in the Dick's, man. You know, Gas knows how to, and then if you get hungry, boom, there you are.
Right in the Dick's restaurant.
I love this. That is. Man.
I almost want that, like how you can have it like a painting mural behind us in our studios to make it look like we're at Dick's restaurant at all times.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, that's a great location. Nice. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show.
We've got a lot of random questions today on Listeners on the Loose, so I'm going to try and fly through some of these. But I thought this one was interesting because it made me think of something that just happened. What's the strangest encounter that you've ever had with a stranger? I say this and I ask it because last night I was getting gas and a guy at the pump across from me asked me if I wanted to play bingo with him and that there was a free ravioli dinner as well. WTF.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, I'd be in for that.
Boy, if it wasn't for me thinking that there's just a lot of like people that want to like take my kidneys and put me in a bathtub and of ice.
But they wouldn't offer you raviolis if that. They'd offer you like spaghetti.
Oh, I see. The spaghetti is when they want your kidneys.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, because I would love to be, that's what we want to believe about humanity is that somebody would go, hey, you want to be my friend like when you were little kids? Somebody would come up to you and go, hey, you want to come play with me? And my mom's got cupcakes. I'd be like, yeah, let's do this. And you would do that as a little kid.
Yeah, as an adult, you're like, what's your deal, man?
Yeah.
Are these special cupcakes?
Yeah, it's such a little kid offer. You want to play bingo and get some raviolis? To me, is like Chef Boyardee. Yes, I do.
Yeah, what kind of raviolis are we talking? Yeah, just plain cheese, lobster raviolis.
Oh,
Pumpkin?
if it's lobster ravioli, I'm all in.
You'll give your kidneys for that. All right, I'm going to do it. Then.
It's worth the risk. Also, underrated ravioli. I'm not usually a pumpkin flavor guy, but the pumpkin raviolis are really good.
Right.
Yeah, every once in a while, I'm in the mood for that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you remember any weird? Because I got one that happened actually right after we did the megacast. And I remember I even put it down in my phone because I went down to the elevator, went down to the lobby, now to the parking garage, and I park on level B. And I'm in the elevator with a woman, and she's just acting strange. And I'm thankful that it's a short elevator ride. But all of a sudden, she just says, because she hit the B, and then I hit the B as well. The letter B for the floor, not the bitch. But then she goes, we have the same magic number. And I was like, excuse me? And then she goes, sorry, we have the same mystic number. And then sang like a weird, like she went, da, 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 like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just, now there's like this awkward, like, when is the elevator door going to open? And as soon as it opened, I just looked at it and go, have a good day.
Yeah.
Got off the elevator. I was like,
It's like, don't
what?
curse me.
And I'm like, looking over my shoulder. She's going to follow me to my car. But I was like, what are you talking about?
Did she look like she was out of her mind?
It's hard to tell because everyone has masks on.
Oh, yeah, it's a good point. The masks really do, yeah. Yeah, we have the same magic number.
But then she corrected herself to say it was a mystic number. And also, I'm like, it's not a number. It's a freaking letter.
Oh, but is it?
I guess I don't know.
Oh, I love that. That's
so
awesome.
weird, man.
Dude, my strangest encounter with somebody, I didn't even see them face to face. I worked for like 6 months just because I've always had that on my bucket list. I wanted to work at a tattoo shop and see what it was like.
Cool.
And I had a great time. My second shift in, I get a call, and I'm trying to remember everything I was taught the first day, like how to respond. He's like, yeah, I want a tattoo. I'm like, okay, what kind? I can point you in the right direction. Which artist? It's like a mermaid tattoo. And then it just got really weird. I'm trying to talk to the other artist. I'm like, this guy sounds kind of weird. They're like, maybe he's doing stuff to himself. I'm like, no. And the more I kept asking him, like this and that, I'm like, where do you want it? We can. Do you want it this big? He's like, will I look pretty? Will I look pretty? And I'm like, oh, yeah, he was doing that to himself while like trying to schedule a tattoo appointment.
It's a good thing you didn't ask about deposits and stuff.
Right?
It got really awkward.
We don't accept that as a deposit. Thank you. I immediately hung up. And I'm just like, the tattoo artist called it. He was doing stuff to himself.
I feel like for him to like be able to pick up on that, maybe like they've had that happen before.
I asked, and they said that they hadn't. He's just been around, I guess.
He's a guy. He probably just knows his people.
Yeah.
He's a perv like me, so I think we get it.
How weird is that you're making a phone call and you're like, and then it's a crapshoot. Like he's hoping a girl's going to answer the phone.
Right. You don't know what. Maybe he doesn't care.
Maybe it was just the tattoo, though, at that point.
That turns him on.
Oh, yeah.
Tattoo fetish. Mm-hmm. I like that.
Mm-hmm. But that was one of the weirdest encounters I've ever had.
Anyone else? Strange encounters with a stranger?
Absolutely. In Tacoma.
Oh, yeah.
Going to the gas station is always kind of a crapshoot on who you're going to meet. But I think the most interesting one for me would just be being offered trunk meat and somebody selling steaks out of the back of their trunk at a discounted price.
Of course.
I passed on that offer.
I was going to say, how many did you buy?
I'm not buying any trunk meat.
Was it frozen?
You know what? I didn't look. I didn't even bother with it because I'm just not trusting the meat from somebody's trunk.
My brother brought trunk meat once, and it was burgers, and it was the most delicious meat I've ever had.
Well,
it's human meat.
Like that.
Okay, then.
Two types of people right here.
I was going to say the Traeger could do magical things, right?
Yeah, you could have slow cooked that.
I'm not smoking trunk meat, guys.
Are you sure?
Pretty
I feel like you'd be good at it.
Well, I mean, everyone's got to start a business somewhere. I mean, hell, even like the Vermont teddy bear guy, he originally sold teddy bears like out on the streets in Vermont before before it became the monster thing that it was. Ben and Jerry's as well. They would all be in like a little market with like a little thing. So maybe this guy's like the next meat man.
He can't even get in the market, so he's just going to sell it out of his trunk.
Yeah.
That's it. Of course, now, Rev, are you the guy that would go play bingo and have ravioli?
Quite possibly.
But you won't get trunk meat.
Yeah, there's a key difference between ravioli and trunk meat.
Okay. Not sure what it is, but all right then.
I got standards.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I had a random guy come up to me and just start telling me his retirement plan.
Oh, nice.
It was just like,
what was he planning on doing?
He was like, I think he worked for the park, and he came up and said, I got about 5 more years of this. And he got really he shared all his financials. He goes, I have X amount of dollars in the bank, and so I feel like I can live off of this, and then what do I really need? And I'm like just standing there going, like I was just walking in the park, and he just came up to me, hey, how you doing? I want to tell you something. I'm like, okay. And then he just goes into this whole financial retirement thing he's got planned. And then I thought, all right, maybe he's going to try to sell me something. No, he just wanted to tell me his retirement plan.
He was pumped. Maybe he thought you were Todd Peach.
Yeah.
He wanted to brag.
I mean, it's one thing if it was like if he was going to retire in a month, maybe even maybe
There's
2
a
months.
5-year plan.
He was telling me in 5 years he's excited. I'm like, okay, and I'm like, is he going to do this for 5 freaking years? Just stop everybody at the park and tell him how excited he is to retire?
He's a big KSW fan, and he sees the picture of you and Todd on the page.
Got
and
it
he just got you guys
confused.
confused.
Yeah, I got it backwards.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, yeah. That was. I just thought that was like a very, very random. But I actually learned a couple of things. I won't lie to you. I was like, oh, all right. Well, you know what? I'm going to keep that in the back of my brain. I'm going to talk to Todd Peach about that.
Yeah, a random guy on the street told me this, Todd. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm ready to do it. 2064. What's that?
Oh, I was going to say, how about this text to talk about strange things from strangers? Someone said I went to Carl's Jr. for lunch on a sunny summer day. After the guy handed me my food, he said, go out there and get some D. Took me a few minutes to realize he probably meant vitamin D.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, phrasing.
Get that D.
That's awesome.
Hey, someone said Jeff Bezos started by selling books out of his trunk. Yeah. So trunk books are okay, but not trunk meat?
Yes. Absolutely.
Right.
Oh, you'd be surprised. Trunk books and a Traeger, just as good as trunk meat.
Yeah, I'll smoke my books.
Yeah. Wow. Really, he did? Jeff Bezos really did that?
I just read it. It's a text. So
I believe it.
Yeah.
Why would the texters lie?
Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story, BJ.
That's a good point. You're right.
Started from nothing.
You picked
Had
the
5
topic.
books in his trunk.
You guide the show. It is Listeners on the Loose. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. We got more of your calls, more of your texts at 933 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Everything is better electrified. Like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has the widest range of electrified vehicles on the market, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
Have we figured out how to explain deja vu? How do chameleons do that thing they do? Do you really need to wash your blue jeans? Yeah, you do, but how often? Hey, my name's Mike Simpson. I've got a podcast about curiosities. It's called I've Got Questions. We go through my list of random stuff and yours. Please participate. Send me your questions. I'll find someone to answer them. We've talked about our true crime obsession, how grocery stores are tricking us, super secret flight attendant stuff. I've Got Questions. New episodes Thursdays on Odyssey or wherever you get your podcasts.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Wes in Seattle, you are on The Rock.
How's it going, guys?
Not too bad, Wes. What you got for us?
Well, I was listening, and I heard you guys were talking about strange encounters with random individuals you guys had met, and I had an interesting story I thought you'd like to hear.
Yes,
what you got?
Please.
Well, I work for a local door company, commercial doors, so it has me working in random alleyways downtown, so I can imagine you guys can kind of extrapolate from that. I encounter a lot of strange people.
Oh, yeah.
So I was doing a service call not too long ago, and I came back to my work truck, and I happened upon a woman who was face planted on my passenger window. And she was not there entirely. And as I'm walking up, I'm noticing that she is dyeing her hair purple in the reflection of my work truck window. And so I started yelling, I was like, hey, get off the truck. And she proceeds to barrel roll off the truck. And it was only after she had wandered about 2 cars away and posted up and pulled her pants down to look at something that I noticed that there was purple smeared all over the truck.
Oh, that sucks.
It looked like I had run over Grimace in a McDonald's parking lot.
Maybe she was pulling her pants down to make sure, like, she was also dyeing the other hair
Yeah, carpet and drapes.
Carpet and drapes thing, yeah. She's like, well, I'll make sure I got that done before I leave.
I feel like she might have been getting ready for a day's work.
You know, it could have been. I mean, by the time I got home, most of that stuff had set in. So there are still stains on my truck I cannot get off.
Oh, really?
What color is your truck?
Wow.
It's a white truck.
Oh, dude, that sucks.
Of course it is.
Yeah, the delight of being able to work in downtown. Isn't that just wonderful? Downtown alleyways. What a wonderful time.
Yeah, it'd almost be like, hey, man, before you send me to the job, can you at least let me know where it is so I can just do a quick internet search to make sure it's not like a weird alley?
Yeah. Let's go to Dylan in Sammamish, 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Dylan, you are on the Rock.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good morning, Dylan. What you got for us, buddy?
So I want to talk about interactions, but this time with wild animals.
Oh,
so
all right.
I was growing up, and I was riding my bike in my neighborhood, and we dealt with a lot of wild deer in the area.
Yeah.
And I was riding by this high fence, and all of a sudden this deer comes jumping over and knocks me over, and I ended up cracking a couple ribs and had to deal with that.
Oh, damn. Did he hit you with his hoof?
No, it actually, like, full-on chest to shoulder.
Oh.
Just completely knocked me over.
Oh, damn, dude. That's so the deer didn't know you were there. It was just jumping a fence.
Yeah, no, it was just minding its own business, probably escaping somebody's yard, and I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Dude, I mean, they look like gentle creatures and everything, but, I mean, obviously if one slams into you or if they got the horns working, and I came up upon one just walking recently, because they're all over Mercer Island. I don't know, I don't know where they're coming from, but they used to be in my yard, but then my neighbor built a fence so they can't get in my yard anymore, but I was just taking a walk on a trail, and then there he was, him and his buddy, and maybe like a little kid or something they were hanging out with, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do here, because even though they're friendly, I don't want to do anything to get them to think, okay, well, we're not going to be friendly anymore.
Just say, I come in peace.
Yeah, I mean, they got the hooves, they got the horns. They can do some damage if they need to. Damn deer.
Well, you took their land, man.
Damn deer.
I did not take their land. Somebody else did, and then I bought it from that guy. So I'm out of that equation.
And then you just did the ultimate FU by putting in fake grass.
Yeah, now they don't have anything to eat.
Yeah, well, I got news for you, Rev. They ate my bamboo. They made a nice little hole. That's why I'm glad my neighbor put a fence up. They made their own little hole. I thought I had a tree line, and they were like, your tree line won't stop us.
Oh, wow.
And they ate it. Freaking deer.
Well, just be happy you don't have koalas around your neighborhood, because then you're really screwed.
What's going on with the koalas?
Don't they eat bamboo?
No, that's pandas.
Pandas. Good thing you don't have... Hey, quick edit. Good thing you don't have any pandas out there.
You know what? I really haven't been able to follow you today. Between the squirrels and 46 and the bamboo-eating koalas, I don't know what we're doing here.
Well, how about that? They don't, huh? Shut the front door.
You believe this is what they eat.
Wow. You went to look that up. You were like, I am refuting this.
No,
Rev, he didn't trust you, buddy.
They eat
I know.
eucalyptus leaves, not bamboo. How about, though, it's like the first thing that shows up on koalas? So I'm not the only person that thought this. National Geographic had to put out a statement.
Yeah, you know why? You know why? Because you folks are multiplying.
Handsome bald men?
Yes, that is absolutely it.
Yeah, they had a National Geographic.
I can't even say that with a straight face. That's such a lie.
You almost got there, though.
Here we are at the National Geographic office. What's the problem, Jim? We got too many handsome bald men. We got to put out a statement.
Oh, my goodness.
Somebody was wondering, though, what exactly does this mean that the Kraken finally made the payment? It just makes everything official, and they can actually now start signing some free agents. They can make trades, and they could be a part of, other stuff with the league. But I don't think they're going to be able to sign any free agents until the season's over, unless it's someone that's not playing.
Yeah, what it means is the NHL finally got their ridiculous price tag to have a team. I mean, really.
Yeah,
I mean,
they paid good money for that.
And they're not even as ridiculous as the other sports. I mean, that really, because at the end of the day, these big commissions, all they want is the dough. And they're like, sure, you can have a hockey team. Give us $50 skillion.
And they paid it, man.
Well, they did, but it is amazing what it costs for a franchise like in the NFL or whatever. It's nuts. Mm-hmm. And of course, hockey's the cheapest, and even still, that wasn't that cheap.
No, not at all. So it's going to be, it's going to be a lot of fun. There's a new TV deal, I think, with TNT and Turner with the NHL. So that's
really?
Stuff. Yeah, like a 7-year deal, I believe it was.
So where are they not on anymore?
Well, we will be on route, but right now, the NHL, a lot of the games are on NBC Sports, and obviously that's not happening anymore.
Oh, TNT's picking them up. but from NBC Sports.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So the local games are en route, but a lot of national games will be on TNT now.
And also, like, thankfully, we have the access to Canadian channels as well. So you have, like, the CBUT. CBUT.
CBUT.
I don't even know if that's how they call it, but I like that they call it CBUT.
So do I. Yeah. And those Canadian announcers, I like a lot of those dudes.
Oh, dude, yeah. They're all great.
Yeah.
All right,
does Mike Milbury work for the Americans or for the Canadians? I can't remember.
He just makes people laugh. I don't know.
Oh, man, he's a former Bruin. How dare you?
He's the guy that, like, tripped a child in a youth hockey game because he was being such a...
Okay, well, everybody, should not walk in his path. I think that's really what the lesson is.
I don't have all the details off the top of my head.
I didn't know that about him. Really? He did that?
Oh, yeah. He had to apologize.
Wow.
Like, he got, like, during, like, I think the hands... man, now I got...
Oh, that sucks. I really liked Mike Milbury until you told me that story. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's some kids' hockey program that he did something that was...
that sucks, dude. If
he was charged with assaulting a youth hockey player in Massachusetts a few years ago.
Yep, that'll do it.
Yeah.
You know what? It's that charming land of Massachusetts where you can trip those kids in hockey and not think it's a bad idea.
You gotta love the headline. Former Bruins player and coach Mike Milbury has been charged with assault and battery on a child after an incident at a Pee-wee hockey game.
A Pee-wee hockey game?
This is in 2011. So, hey, 10-year anniversary of it happening.
He's tripping kids?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
His son was on the team, so, you know.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Just goes to show you bad hockey parents can come in any way, shape, or form.
He was berated and shook one of the opposing players, but said, I want to make it clear I did not punch, kick, or assault in any way.
All right. Well, as long as he berated and shook, because that's okay. What is he? Really? I mean, all right.
Parents get more intense with these games than than the kids.
I know, but God, you would think a former NHL player would be, okay, I know how to slow my roll here and not be an idiot, but apparently not.
Somebody had this is going to be fun. They said, guys, I have a few which is worse questions for you.
Okay.
All right. So the first one, which is worse? Your gas gauge is on E or your phone is at 1%?
Gas gauge.
Oh, gas gauge. Yeah, that's worse.
Mm-hmm. I do. The minute I get that low thing, I start panicking. My wife laughs at me. She's like, you have some time before. I'm like, no, need to find a gas station now. I'm not getting. I never want to ever be out of gas.
The first truck that I ever had, the gas gauge didn't work.
Oh, that sucks.
And so I would just have to monitor it by miles. But sometimes I would forget to reset the miles for the trip every time. And there was sometimes I was trying to drive home, and then all of a sudden my car would start sputtering, and it was like, what am I gonna do?
Did you ever fully run out of gas?
No. Luckily, I would always manage somehow to get to a gas station.
I have definitely been one of those people that have fully run out of gas to the point I needed to push my car into the gas station. I was almost there, a block away from the gas station. I just didn't time it right. And it is the most embarrassing feeling because you look like an idiot. It's really, why didn't you get gas sooner? And really, it's because I got lost and I was trying to get to the gas station. I missed the exit, so that's what killed me.
I do always feel for that person you see on the side of the road walking. They're walking back to their car with the red canister, and you're like, oh, man, that's the walk of shame right there.
Right, and then when you turn your car on, it doesn't always want to turn on right away. It makes a lot of sputtering noises, and it just... you feel like everyone's staring at you.
But the phone at 1%, I feel like sometimes I just I mess with myself. I'm like, it's at 1%, stop messing with your phone. Put it away in case there's an emergency. And then you're like, I wonder how much I can play on my phone until it dies. And you start doing stuff. And it lasts a long time.
Yeah. I don't understand you people because I fill it up at a half a tank all the time. And my phone, when you're not supposed to really charge those a lot when they're new. The batteries you're supposed to really wear them all the way down to 20 to 10%. Then you charge them back up when they're new. But then eventually the batteries start getting older, and you go, look, my battery, I need to charge that right. So I always have chargers everywhere, just because I don't want to run out on either one of those things.
All right, how about this one? Which is worse? They want to know: stepping on a Lego or stubbing your toe?
Oh,
ooh,
stubbing my toe. I do that multiple times a week, and it is awful.
Especially one of those extreme ones where you just really just nail. Stepping on a Lego sucks, but nothing's worse than hitting that little toe.
But the pain goes away quickly, with the Lego. You sit down, you can rub it out. Whereas opposed to
excuse me.
Wait, you rub your toe.
Phrasing.
Oh, they're still talking about the phone at 1%.
But if you stub your toe, that could hurt for days.
Now, see, the difference between that, I feel that stubbing a toe, you're kicking usually a wall or a table leg or something like that. But when you're stepping on a Lego, it's the full force and with me, the full fatness of my body stepping on that Lego. So it's all of me on that Lego, and it's just the worst.
Does Frank leave his Legos out a lot?
All the time. Stupid cat toys.
Yeah. A lot of times, though, that's a toe sprain you're talking about, which is why I'll step on a Lego anytime. But then again, I'm a house shoes guy. I mean, because I will not.
Oh, finally, you have a reason why it makes sense to wear shoes around the house.
Yeah, I
With
will
all
not
the kids leaving Legos around in his house.
No, with the stubbing the toe.
Oh.
That's the part, Vicky. I stub my toe a lot. And Steve, and also the other thing I don't know, a lot of times I will pick my foot up while it's underneath a bureau and scrape the top. I don't know if you've ever done that, where like you just walk away and you smack something because bureaus, like if you stand near a bureau, they have legs on them, so there's an underneath that your feet can fit into, as opposed to the bureau being flat on the ground. And so a lot of times I'll pick my foot up to go, not realizing it's still like partly under the bureau, and I will have wrecked the top of my feet a lot of times on some of those bureaus that have the legs. Well, not anymore with those house shoes. And I'm like, oh, that's a stub toe. Oh, that's a wrecked top of my foot, man. But it didn't happen because of the shoes. And so I chalk it up. I'm like, yes, because I know I'd be hurting right now if not for the house shoes.
How soon do your house shoes have steel toes on them?
Steel toed house shoes.
How soon? Well, let's just say that may not,
Somebody said I stepped on my belt buckle with the peg facing up and it went fully into my heel. It was the worst pain of my life.
No, don't say those things. Nope. No, thank you. I'm done.
Yeah, one time I had to have that wart removed on the bottom of my foot, and they had to like inject my bottom of my foot with the numbing. I've never felt a worse pain. Like I was like, because even they warned me. The guy, the dermatologist guy, was just like, okay, be prepared. It's going to hurt. I'm like, I've been poked with a lot of things. Huh? Yeah, exactly. Man, once he did it, like he could see me tense up. He goes, I wasn't wrong, was I? I'm like, no, you weren't wrong. This hurts a lot.
Yeah, Mr. Fancy, I've been poked. I'll show you. All right, it's time for a big question right now. What do Ryan Castle and Chicken McNuggets have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:50 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Back in February, a 22-year-old guy named Rudy busted into a McDonald's in England with a fake gun and a knife, then demanded two things: all the money in the safe and some Chicken McNuggets. Well, I mean, listen,
keep the money. Just give me the nuggets.
Yeah.
And all the sweet and sour sauce.
There you go. You would have been disappointed, Steve. He got the money. He got $600 because that's what they had in the safe. They said, sure, you can have that. But they're like, dude, we cannot give you McNuggets. It's breakfast hours. And McDonald's apparently cannot and will not make lunch food during breakfast hours or vice versa. So they were like, dude, we can't do it. We can't do it.
That's an employee that does not mess with the rules. Even though everyone has a gun and a knife to them, they're not willing to throw some Chicken McNuggets into the deep fryer.
Yeah. But you know what I like is they offered him some alternatives, and Rudy said, all right, I'll settle for a double sausage McMuffin, which I think is a good call as well.
Breakfast burrito, personally.
All right, that's fair enough. And, you know what? You rob your McDonald's, I'll rob my McDonald's. We'll be good. Police identified him for the security camera. Rudy's in trouble, and he's arrested. Have yourself a great weekend. Peace.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
So the dude was like, hey, it's either me or the Boers, and she chose the Boers.
You gotta be kidding me.
She likes the Boers more than him, so
after
he's out.
17 years together, she's...
I don't think she really liked him. That's the...
It's been 17 She's been waiting for that final straw, and it's the wild boars.
Yeah, she probably found him boring.
Thank you. I'm choosing the Boers over that.
Oh. BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.